Hi, I'm Stacy Harris with Network in Action, The Woodlands, and we have some amazing members in Network in Action who are experts in their field, and we wanted to take this time to really introduce some of our members to those of you who are watching and who are looking for resources and needing things while we're all sheltering in place at home. And we wanted to be able to provide some of those resources to you through video interviews that I'm doing with my members. And so one of our members, Jeff Newkirk, is here with us today. He is with PEM Consulting, and he is a business coach, and his specialty is numbers. He loves to look at the numbers and help us with that. And I'm sure all of us are looking at our bank accounts and all of that kind of stuff right now. We're crunching numbers as business owners and trying to figure out what's next. And so, Jeff, will you tell us a little bit about you and how you got started in this business, how long you've been doing it?
Sure, absolutely. So after about 30 years in the corporate world, I decided to strike out on my own and start my own consulting business. And I work directly with small to medium-sized businesses and primarily in operations and financial management. So I have a background in that. And now I really just want to help other business owners and executives make the right decisions so their business can achieve excellence.
Lots of big decisions to be made during this time.
Oh, there are a lot of big decisions. This is a really challenging time for seeing what's happening to businesses and seeing their revenues go down and their bottom line really go the wrong way. We need to really tighten things up and make some good decisions.
Yeah. Well, I've got 3 questions that I want to ask you that I've been asking pretty much everybody on these interviews that I feel are really pertinent to what's going on right now. And so the first question is, how has your company responded to the coronavirus?
Well, the first thing that I did, I really wanted to reach out and help those that are really in need. And, a tagline to my business is serve others, seek wisdom, achieve excellence. So no better time to serve than right now. So what I wanted to do was just reach out and let business owners, executive leaders know that I'm willing to help them, and at no charge. I just want to sit with them and go over their issues, review any pain points that they have, and help them develop some plans and strategies to get through this. So that was the first thing I did. And then after that, I have to practice what I preach, right? So I did the same thing myself. It's, all about looking at all the numbers and making sure that I can sustain my business.
Yes. Yeah. I know. We've all been having to do that for sure. It's hard to do, but it's something that's necessary that we have.
I love the numbers part, as you said, and it doesn't scare me to go into that detail, but it's really something that we need to do on a regular basis, but especially now. We need to know where we're at.
I think it's so much easier if you have someone like you. Like, it's a lot easier for me to look at that stuff if I have somebody beside me holding my hand right now going, it's going to be okay, Stacy. It's going to be okay.
Right.
So, and I think that's true. I think that's true for everybody. That, So for those of who are watching the video, if you just haven't been looking at your bank account and just going, "What I don't see, I don't know," then Jeff might be a good person for you to talk to.
This is not the time to put your head in the sand, so to speak. And you really got to know where you're at and kind of have a good understanding of what. Even though we can't predict the future, we never can. And times are really uncertain now. We have to be able to sort of anticipate some what-if scenarios.
Just be prepared. Yeah. Okay, so second question, what tips as an expert in your field can you give our audience?
So I think the first thing that we need to do is really assess where we're at. And the only way we can do that is do a really good review of your financial situation. So you need to look at your cash flow. You need to look at your P&L. And I would say the most important of that is your cash flow. You need to know that you have enough cash to pay the bills that are coming in. And if you don't, you need to make some decisions quickly in order to make sure that you can pay your current debt. That's, you need to make sure that you can sustain your business. And the only way to do that is to stay liquid. So do the review and then examine in detail in each statement the line items so you know where you're at, you know what the essential expenses are, those expenses that are critical to keeping your business going, and those expenses that may be non-essential that you can trim back.
Yeah.
And then think about ways that you can maybe build another revenue stream.
Mm-hmm.
There are different ways of doing business now.
Yep.
And then you need to look at how you're getting paid. So there are customers paying in lump sum, some customers not paying at all. I had one client ask, what do I do with those customers that are not paying at all? Well, there's different options. Payment plans, bundled services.
Mm-hmm.
So there are different ways to make sure that you keep those customers and work with them in order to make sure that you get paid.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great advice. I like that a lot. Okay. Last question. What opportunities have you identified through all of this that will alter the way your business operates after the pandemic?
Wow. The use of Zoom is Zoom meetings has
If only we had
exploded.
got Zoom stock before all this happened.
Oh
Right?
boy, for
I know.
sure. So I think the use of technology is so important and will be even more important going forward because there are going to be fewer and fewer in-person meetings.
Yeah.
When we get back to business in the new normal, as we've heard that term used often, I think that new normal is going to require more technology. So we've got to know how to use it. We've got to be well-versed on social media. So I've got to get smarter on my own social media platforms. And, the other thing is we need to be agile, right? I mean, once we're through this, we can't become complacent and say, oh, phew, we made it, all done. We always have to be ready to adjust and we be proactive, not reactive to whatever's happening in the market.
Yeah.
So if or when this happens again, hopefully it never will, God willing, but if it does, we'll be sort of prepared and adjust accordingly.
Right. Yeah. I think that's one thing that this has taught me is just you can't ever be prepared for everything.
No.
But because who would ever thought that the whole world would stop for more than a month?
Oh my goodness. Thinking back to the first week in March.
Yes.
Right? Getting ready to attend the rodeo here.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then when they canceled the rodeo, I thought, wow,
we're in trouble. That was the first time that I really got worried because I was like, okay, if Houston cancels the rodeo, then something is seriously wrong. This is really, really bad. And I was at lunch with a couple of girlfriends and we heard then, and we all kind of looked at each other and went, this is billions of dollars that are going to be
lost. My goodness.
I mean, it's incredible. So
and then when you think of all of the economic impact that's going to occur down the road from all of the businesses coming to a halt, it's really hard to wrap your head around.
It really is. It really is. But I think we were talking before we started the video, there have been some great things that have come from this. And I do think that all of us are going to be much better business people and we're going to be prepared in a way, if we really take this and learn the lessons, then we're all going to be much better business people than we ever were before. And we are going to have these contingency plans and we are hopefully going to have a little more cash flow, have things tucked away that maybe we didn't have before. Just never anticipating, that something like this could happen, but now we've seen that it can. So definitely a lot of good stuff still that I think that we can take away from it.
Yeah, I think, having a plan B is not, some people would say having a plan B is planning for plan A to not work, right?
Right.
But that's not necessarily the case. In this situation, a plan B is really important because it's not, you can't control everything. And when things adjust in your market, in your environment that work against you, you need to be able to not just react in a timely manner, but proactively think of what this is going to mean to you in the near and long term.
Yeah, it's so true. Well, Jeff, if anybody wants to get in touch with you and take you up on your offer of a complimentary consultation with you to look at their numbers and their strategies of business, what is the best way to get in touch with you?
A couple of ways. You can go to my website which is penconsultinggroup.org, and there's a link there, or you can just email me at Newkirk, JNEWKIRK, at pemconsultinggroup.org,
Mhm.
or you can call me at 281-591-4747.
Great.
And I'm ready and willing to help whenever I can, wherever I can.
I know you are. And it is P as in Paul. I just want to scoot your head over just a little bit so we can see your sign behind you.
Oops, yep.
There you go. Okay. PEM
So
Consulting.
just
PEM.
quickly, the PEM after
Yes.
my kids, Peyton, Emma, and Mary.
Very good.
PEM Consulting.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for doing this video with us.
Thank you, Stacy.
Yes, happy to do it. To our audience, those of you who are watching, you would be in great hands with Jeff. Please take him up on his offer. We all need all the help we can get right now. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please do reach out to Jeff if you need any help in any way. And we just want to wish you a great rest of your week, and stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, don't touch your face, all that good stuff.
Wash your hands, wash your hands. Yeah.
Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Yes, okay.
Yeah, thank you, Stacy. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk with you.
Thank you. So good to see you. Bye.
Likewise. Bye.